a whispered ancient secret, echoing from remote monasteries atop the world, speaks of a map. Not a map of lands, but a guide for the human soul, encoded in numbers. I stumbled upon this enigmatic manuscript, known as Tantric Numerology, a secret system of the Tibetan Lamas, whose truths were kept accessible only to the initiates. This knowledge holds the key to unlocking the hidden codes of our own destiny and purpose. But why has this knowledge been so carefully concealed? What does it reveal about the nature of our existence and the invisible flow that governs the universe? Throughout the centuries, this profound understanding of numbers and their ability to reveal the mysteries of being has been veiled and protected. From the immemorial times of ancient Tibet, where lamas and monks guarded and orally transmitted this system, using it not only to understand personality but also to foresee spiritual cycles and harmonize communities. This knowledge was passed down only in remote monasteries and secret caves, far from profane eyes. They understood that numbers were not mere quantities, but vibrational archetypes that resonated with cosmic laws. Later, during the flourishing of esoteric schools and mystical orders, such as the Pythagoreans in ancient Greece, the teachings on the vibratory nature of numbers, the idea that everything is number, were preserved and codified in philosophical treatises. Although Western numerology has different roots, the essence that numbers carry a deep meaning and influence reality was a link to this Eastern wisdom. For millennia, this knowledge, which would eventually be distilled and presented in such a revolutionary way as Tantric Numerology, remained in the hands of spiritual elites and hermetic philosophers, not out of selfishness, but to prevent its distortion or misuse by minds not yet ready for the responsibility it carries. Welcome to the fascinating and mysterious world of Tantric Numerology, the secret system of the Lamas. Now ask yourself, if the truth about the ability to unravel the codes of existence has always been accessible, why do we continue to live under the illusion of a world where chance and lack of purpose dictate our path? The core of Tantric Numerology's secret lies in a premise that, at first glance, may seem simple, but whose depth transforms the perception of everything. Our life is a complex pattern of vibrational energies represented by numbers. Not just the birth date, but every aspect of our individual journey can be deciphered through a numerical lens, revealing the lessons we came to learn, the challenges we must overcome, and the innate gifts we possess. Tantric Numerology teaches us that we are multidimensional beings, and that each number in our personal matrix emits a frequency that interacts with the quantum field, the invisible ocean of all possibilities. Imagine for a moment that your existence is not random, but a detailed map, and numbers are the symbols on that map. When you were born, the cosmos's energy aligned in a specific way, and this energetic signature is captured by your numbers. Unlike Western numerology, which focuses primarily on the full name and birth date to calculate the life path, Tantric Numerology uses only the birth date to generate 5 key numbers. These numbers are calculated from the sum of the digits of the day, month, and year, but with an interpretation deeply rooted in the principles of yoga and kundalini, revealing aspects such as the soul, karma, present, future, and subtle present. But are we prepared to understand this truth in its entirety? Or do we still cling to the belief that we are merely products of chance, without a greater purpose? The depth of Tantric teachings transcends the simple decoding of numbers. It delves into the understanding of the gunas, qualities of nature, and the chakras, energy centers, showing how each number is intrinsically linked to an energy center in the body and a particular quality that influences our personality and destiny. For example, the number 1 is associated with the first chakra, Muladhara, representing foundation and identity, for with the 4th chakra, Anahata, linked to the heart and unconditional love, and so on. When you understand these links, you are not just reading a number, you are accessing a vibrational code that can illuminate areas of imbalance and potential. The challenge lies in integrating this wisdom and using numbers as tools for self-knowledge and evolution. Most people live in a vicious cycle of repetitive patterns, without understanding the root of their difficulties. The secret, then, is to unravel the message of your numbers and realign with your true nature. Visualize yourself before an ancient temple, not one of stone and mortar, but the temple of your own existence. Inside it, instead of idols, there are intricate vibrational patterns, represented by these numbers you carry. Each number is a room in this temple, containing lessons, virtues, and challenges. Many of these patterns were created by past events, by traumas, by karmic conditioning. Tantric Numerology proposes that by understanding these numbers, you can activate virtues, overcome karmas, and align with your highest purpose. Like a mirror that reveals what we avoid seeing, our present life is a reflection of our deepest numerical vibrations. This conception is intrinsically connected to various spiritual and philosophical traditions. In Tibetan Buddhism, the idea that reality is a continuous flow of causes and effects, and that every being is part of an interconnected web of energies, deeply resonates with the idea of numerical patterns influencing the individual. The practice of tantric meditation and mantras aims to harmonize the vibrations of body and mind, allowing the practitioner to transcend the ego and connect with a higher consciousness, a state where the understanding of these codes becomes intuitive. Similarly, the teachings of the Jewish Kabbalah, with its complex numerology, gematria, and the tree of life, affirm that the universe was created through numbers and letters, and that the name of God and the secrets of the cosmos can be revealed through numerical calculations. This perfectly echoes the tantric view that numbers are not mere abstractions, but keys to the divine. What does this teach us about the inner universe we carry? The practical application of this wisdom in the modern world is profound and transformative. It's not about simple fortune-telling, but about a tool for self-empowerment. Tantric numerology offers a map to navigate life's challenges with greater awareness. For example, if your karma number reveals a challenge with communication, perhaps associated with the number 5, you can use this information to focus on practices that improve your expression and authenticity. It helps us understand why certain situations repeat in our lives, or why we are attracted to certain types of people or experiences. Dispenza, in his modern teachings, echoes this idea that consciousness, what he would call the electromagnetic signature, attracts reality. Tantric numerology, in turn, gives us the coordinates of that signature. Think of it like a musician who, instead of just playing random notes, understands the harmonic and rhythmic structure of a score. Tantric numbers are our personal score, and by understanding them, we can play the melody of our life with greater mastery and purpose. True power comes from a state of alignment with these innate vibrations, like a flame that never goes out, even in the darkness of the unconscious. The power of your numbers is always active, waiting to be understood and harmonized. Another pillar of tantric numerology is the idea that numbers help us identify our innate gifts and talents. For example, the soul number reveals our deepest essence, what we came to express and experience for our own satisfaction. The life path number, which is the sum of all digits of the birth date, points to the main lesson we came to learn and the general path our life will take. Understanding these aspects frees us from the endless search for what we should be, and allows us to embrace who we truly are. Picture this. You are on a dark stage, and in front of you, a spotlight illuminates a single point. That point is your life's purpose. But it's not out there, it's within you. A quantum potentiality waiting to be activated by the numerical codes you carry. By focusing your attention and intention, and by understanding the energies associated with each number, you are not just waiting for it, you are magnetizing it into your experience, like a powerful magnet. This makes us reflect on how modern science is beginning to converge with ancient esoteric wisdom. String theory in theoretical physics, for example, suggests that the universe is composed of tiny vibrating strings, and that the nature of a particle is determined by the vibration mode of these strings. This is not far from the idea that numbers are vibrational frequencies that shape our reality. If the universe is made of vibration, and numbers are a universal language of vibration, then understanding our numbers is like understanding the very language of creation. Tantric numerology, therefore, offers a link between the mystical and the scientific, a bridge between the visible and the invisible. But how exactly does all this connect to the idea of a secret system of the Lamas? It's not a secret kept for exclusion, but for preservation. This knowledge requires a certain maturity and responsibility to be applied. Without a proper understanding of its greater purpose, self-knowledge and spiritual evolution, it could be misinterpreted or superficialized. The Lamas taught that true wisdom is only revealed when the disciple is ready, not when the information is available. The effort required, in this context, is not a struggle against circumstances, but an effort of introspection and alignment with the truth of who you are, as revealed by your numbers. The true mastery of tantric numerology lies in using these codes to transcend limitations. When you understand that a challenge in your life is a reflection of a numerical lesson, you can stop resisting and start working with that energy. This leads to the release of karma and the enhancement of your Dharma life purpose. Action, in this context, becomes inspired, not forced. When you are aligned with your numbers and your true vibration, opportunities appear, doors open, synchronicities happen, actions that once seemed difficult or caused resistance now flow with ease, because you have become a vibrational match for what you desire and for who you truly are. The effortless creation of a purposeful life is the result of this profound inner transformation. To recap the concepts we've explored, life is a complex vibrational pattern represented by numbers, particularly those derived from your birth date. These 5 key numbers of Tantric Numerology reveal deep aspects of your soul, karma, gifts, and purpose. Connecting to the chakras and gunas by understanding and harmonizing these vibrations, we can deprogram limiting patterns and align with our true nature. This view, which intertwines with the ancient wisdom of ancient Tibet, the Pythagoreans and the Kabbalah, is validated by recent understandings of quantum physics, which suggests a vibrational universe. Connecting all these dots reveals a transformative vision. We are not mere products of chance, but beings with an inner divine code, waiting to be deciphered. This knowledge can drastically alter the perception of reality and the self, for it grants us the power and responsibility to navigate our lives with wisdom and purpose. Imagine a caterpillar's cocoon which one day breaks open, and from it emerges a butterfly with colorful wings, free to fly. This is the metaphor of transformation that Tantric Numerology offers. The caterpillar lives a limited reality, crawling. The butterfly transcends this limitation. We, like the caterpillar, often find ourselves trapped in repetitive patterns and realities. But within each of us exists the capacity to transform into something higher, something that can fly. The awakening to this truth is the breaking of the cocoon. With each calculation, each reflection on the meaning of your numbers, you are weaving the invisible threads of a new destiny. It's a process of becoming aware of what was once unconscious, of moving from a state of confusion to a state of clarity and purpose. This is true alchemy, the transmutation of the old self into the aligned self. The seeker's journey is like an ancient scroll that unfolds with each discovery, revealing deeper layers of wisdom and power. Every revelation is a candle lit in the temple of the mind, illuminating the dark corners of ignorance and fear. Tantric Numerology, the secret system of the Lamas, is not a tool for passively predicting the future, but an invitation to a profound journey of self-discovery and self-transformation. It is a path that demands discipline, intentionality, and, above all, the courage to transcend the limits imposed by the rational mind and social conditioning. It is the art of living from your divine code, anchored in the present, feeling the fullness and purpose that your numbers reveal. It's not about denying the current reality, but about becoming so coherent with the new understanding of yourself that the old vision of a random self simply loses its resonance and dissolves. Life then becomes a fluid dance of purpose, where synchronicities multiply and the effort of guessing your way gives way to the inspiration of living your truth. Thank you for your curiosity and courage to explore these untrodden paths, for delving into the depths of consciousness and questioning the premises of your reality. The journey is continuous, and every step, every conscious breath, every elevated intention brings you closer to self-mastery and the understanding of your own codes. Are you ready to take the next step and unlock your numbers?